it's Nancy. Hope you're having a really good day. If it says was live right there, that means you caught the replay. Do me a favor, comment hashtag replay. That way I can welcome you. Pop on, say hi, type the word wish, and check your messages. We're going to do what I think is going to be a quick project, but you never know. Let's see, it's 6:47. We'll see how long it takes. At least in my house at 6:47. Keyword is wish. That will get you the product list. And let's get started. What's the date today? October 8th. Guys, you have a few more days to enroll in my perks program. Excuse me, or join my team as a designer at half off. So when you type the word wish, click that perks button, and if you want information on enrolling in my team, just message me and say, hey Nancy, I'm thinking about being a designer, message me your link. Happy to give that to you, or you can just type the word designer instead. You have through October 12th to enroll at half off. So come on in, say hi, type the word wish, and then this will get you also all the chalk products I'm using, all the things, okay? So how's everybody doing today? I wasn't going to go live. I normally, you guys, as a general rule, for me and my mental health and my physical health, I have been taking Wednesdays off from going live to run and cut and clean my house and do some other things. But here we are. I got some things done. I'm feeling good. So I decided, let's do a project. So when you get here, type wish, and let's get started. I have a bunch of letters here that I'm going to paint with candy apple. And then I've already prepped my main cutout for the day, but I'm just going, instead of chalking all these letters, I'm just going to paint them because it's going to look cute either way. So we're going to use candy apple. You could use any red that you have on hand for this, but I'm going to just tape all these tiny little letters that I believe spell and to all a good night. Actually, just not even sure because there are so many letters. And is there an I in here? I don't know. We're going to find out. I may or may not use them. We'll see. There better be an I in here, or I'm missing a letter. I might be missing an I. It's all good. We don't even have to use them, but I may use them. So I decided let's just paint them. I don't see an I, which is will make it difficult to type the word night. We can always fix it, don't you worry. And I can always cut it, but anyway, here we go. Hope you guys are doing good. I am doing good. Oh, I'm wondering why I'm not so bright. Oh, no, I am bright. For some reason, it looks dark. Does it look dark to you guys? To me, it looks dark. Maybe it's just because I'm on late, and that's why it looks dark, but it looks kind of funny to me on my end. So we got all these painted. I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to say hi to my friends. And then you guys, I totally cheated, went outside and spray painted my cutouts. Does that count as crafting? I was trying to, make our little, it's not dark on your end? Okay, it's just the way it looks on my end. This is a little bit tacky right here. So I took this out front. It was a little windy, so I had to move it down and close to the street so I didn't get my truck spray painted. Spray painted these super quick, all in bright white primer. This is something new I've been doing. I just think it speeds up the process. Who got their happy mail? Mary, oh you did? Do you love it? I hope you like it. I never know what people already have and all that, so I'm so glad you love it. Yay, I'm glad you got your things. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, this little spot is a little bit wet, and I'm sorry, I did try to dry everything. before going live, but you know, I was in a hurry. Hi, Charlene. How are you? Amanda. How's everybody doing today? Normally I'm on much earlier, but I thought I want to squeeze a live in. You guys have only got a few more days to enroll at half off. What else is going on? Buy 2, get 1 free. Yesterday I said buy 3, get 1 free. The chalk spot surfaces, you guys, the one I made yesterday, it's actually buy 2, get 1 free. So don't miss out on that. I'm going to sand these down. This primer is a satin finish. And so we're not going to do any more painting in, I don't think. At least that's not my plan. So I'm going to rough this up just a little bit so I don't get... Anyway, it smooths out the paint. But also, like I said, it's a gloss, so I just didn't want it to be... It's not a gloss, it's satin. But it's got a sheen to it. When I went to Walmart and got this spray paint, I was kind of in a hurry. And it was hard to find someone. You can't just buy spray paint. Someone's got to come and open the case, and it's a whole thing. And so I was kind of in a hurry picking out what I wanted. So it took me a minute. Hi, Tammy. Thank you, Sissy. How are you? All right, so we got that. We're just going to sand and wax everything. And we're going to chalk and put this together. I hope you like my idea for this. This is our largest transfer that I'm going to use. But I think it's going to be cute on this surface that I got at Hobby Lobby. So hold tight. Buckle up and get ready to check this out. Do you have a cold front coming your way? We're supposed to get one Friday. Today was 91. Yes, it is. Okay, they said a cold front. But Charlene, cold, you know how it is in the South. It's still going to be in the 90s this weekend. So, yes, our cold front supposedly was coming today or tonight or something. But that just meant we were going to be 88 and not, 92. So, yes, we're in the 90s. It was very warm and humid after work today. I am all caught up on my Etsy orders. I have one that I just need to pack up, but everything's cut. So if you're waiting on something from me, it is done and going to go out tomorrow. You should have gotten an email. All right, this is the transfer. Some of you I know are intimidated by these large transfers. This is going to be cute. We're going to, let's move these aside. Let me show you how to fuzz these. Okay, you need some room. You're gonna pull this off of your what is this? The backer sheet, like this. So I am touching the table with the sticky side and sliding out my big part, the backer sheet, excuse me, this way. Okay. Now it's not stuck to each other. Keep this because we're gonna put it back. We are going to. So the sticky side is up right now. And then you can get like a whole bath towel, and I usually do that for these large ones, but I forgot. So just take your towel, lay it here. Yes, so 80s, but like mid 80s, Charlene. And then the weekend, which is good because my in-laws are on their way right now to visit us. They won't be here till tomorrow night. I got to get it cleaned in here because my mother-in-law is going to be sleeping in here, you guys. So I've been working at it a little bit here and there. But, you know, I mean, she's got to be able to get in the bed, and I've got stuff on the bed. She slept in my studio before, so it'll be fine. But anyhow, the point is, what I meant to say is, we want to be able to take them on the boat and show them the lake because since we've gotten the boat, they have not seen it. or been out to the lake or any of that. And they're from Michigan and they have a boat and they live on the lake and all the things. So I'm glad it's still going to be in the 90s this weekend. So we can, you know, it's not too cold and all that. We can show them. Okay, so I'm going to put this backer sheet just haphazardly back on here like this. It's not on properly, but then I'm just going to flip it over. And that should make it way easier to work with the transfer, okay? Hi, Diana Baker. I am doing good. I'm glad you caught me live. I'm not usually on this late. I mean, it's almost 7, but... Anyway, I'm going to wax everything, and then we're going to tuck them in here and do some chalking. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. Oh, you already, gosh, that went so fast, Donna. Today's Thursday. Oh, you live in Texas. That's probably why. Well, I hope you like them, Donna. Donna got the mystery craft box this month. That went out to her on Monday, and she already got it because she lives in Texas, so it went super quick. 2 days. And guys, you can win that. That's free stuff that I have made. You might have a couple surprises in there beyond things that I've made, because even though you asked for things that I've made, I feel like you maybe want to make something of your own. So I try to throw some other craft items in there. Do you see my dog down here? Quinn, you are never in here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Move. Stop it. No. Go. She's trying to get my craft things out from under the bed, stinker. Okay. So once you get everything waxed, the wax is just protecting our paint. Then we're just going to tuck our cutouts underneath, okay? So I'm going to start with, what am I going to start with? Good question. Let's start with our Santa. Please tell me I did not paint the back side of it. That would be hilarious. Not really. Okay, so I'm just sliding it around a little to the right, a little to the left, until everything is lined up the way it's intended. Just like so, okay? Now this transfer has a bit of a, like a cartoony kind of vibe on the face. So I am going to maybe change it up a little bit. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. One of my designers did this and I thought, oh, I'm glad I saw that first. So I'm going to hopefully give you a good idea for it. And then I'm going to line up these sides. These are for the candles. This is for the candles. Hang on. I even left all like the sprays on here, but let me see. This might go to the other one. I should have probably, no, it definitely goes to this one. Okay. Hold please. Oh, there we go. You just got to move it a little bit each way to get it lined up. You see okay? All right. Yes, the keyword is wish. Type that. That'll get you everything you need from me. And I hope you like my idea here. I think we're going to do the candles first because they're going to be a little easier. I'm not really sure what I want to do with everything just yet. So let's see. We've got that. Okay, we're going to start with nominee, okay? So Nominee is a metallic chalk paste. It is not paint. Okay, and we are going to do all the brightness and the flame in Nominee. At least that was my thought. You could totally use yellow if that's your, if you like the way that looks better. I just love Nominee for Christmas time. So this is why I'm going to do it. Tell me what you guys are up to today. Okay, and then Nominee takes a little bit longer to dry, so I'm going to attempt to do the rest of this candle here. So I'm going to move a little quickly, but we're going to do the outline of the candle in black, and we're going to do the ribbon in meadow, okay? So I'm going to use my multi-tool and just kind of do our outline because I want my candle to be white. Now, once we look at this candle holder, I may want to paint it in Nominee, which is fine. But I'm just gonna do a little watercolor. I'm not gonna lay my transfer down. I'm not gonna do any of that. Now my air conditioner is running, so I am probably gonna lift this to release the paste from the silk screen. So I'm gonna just lift it a little bit. I'm gonna hold the bottom, lift the top. The detail on this is amazing. And just release that paste and then lay it back down, okay? I'm gonna go over my Nominee one more time. The little firmer pressure. It's just very detailed, so I just wanna make sure I'm getting all that pressed in. Okay, and then we're gonna skedaddle down to the bottom, and I'm gonna do my ribbons in green. You do whatever color your heart desires. I just love meadow, so that's what I'm gonna use. And I just love all of these colors together. Nominee and Candy Apple. Nancy. And black. See, I was just going to say black, and I dipped it in black. This is why I usually don't, honestly, have more than one color open. And I've done it on 2 different lives. Did you see me dip that wrong one in the wrong thing? All right, so let's lift this up. You guys, so pretty. What do you think? Isn't it so pretty? I will probably paint in here, but we're just going to set this aside to dry for just a second. And we're going to do the same exact thing over here on the other one, except I'm not going to dip my black in my green, or the vice versa. I'm not going to do it. This time I'm going to do it the right way. Okay? So we're just going to move everything over. Grab this, and you see how easy it is when you work on your backer sheet. You don't worry about this giant transfer, touching the stuff and all that. Now, the one thing I'm going to change is I'm going to do the ribbon first this time. You guys, I usually teach, do your lighter colors first, and I just, if you're like me and you tend to blend your colors sometimes, start with your lighter colors and end with the dark colors. I should have done that and I didn't. So we're gonna lift and lay We're gonna do nominee next. And then when I do the black, even if I have a little bit of nominee or a little bit of meadow, like I just did on my candle, it's gonna cover it up because black is very powerful is the way I kind of think about it. It's so pretty. Okay, now let's go back in with our black. Press this in. Get our other candle done. All right. So pretty. Okay, so they're both the same. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Isn't this so pretty? I'm gonna probably do the whole thing, but I wanted to show you this with just the cutouts, okay? Sometimes people can get a little intimidated by these big ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do is clean my multi-tool. Hi, Denise. Thank you guys for the hearts. And thank you, Vicki. Hi, Maud. Thank you, Donna. Okay. So, what we're going to do is he has a little tiny, oh, you know what? This is all his hat. This is white, so this will need to be red here. Okay. Wasn't thinking about that. I mean, I got red, but I was not thinking about his hat. Oh, Nancy, that's twice. You guys. No. No. Okay. Here we go. I'm like obsessed with this black and I keep dipping my brown thing in the wrong one. Okay. We're going to do the holly leaf. And I might have to paint over that part, but in meadow, and apparently a mixture of black and meadow right there, but this is what we're doing. Okay. I didn't even mean to do the black. It was totally an accident. I didn't even want black. I wanted green, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We may touch that little part up. It's totally good. Okay, then we're going to do our red. So let me find Candy Apple. And we are going to do that over here. So let me just think about where that's going to land. I'm trying to think if it's just this area. I think this part's going to be black. Okay. I definitely want this outside part red. And possibly some of this. So I'm just gonna ish it over here. I can hear my husband home. He rode the Harley to work today, so I can hear it. You guys, if you ever had a Harley, or you knew somebody who did, you know when they're coming down the street. You always know. Okay, so that's our red. I'm going to close the door because when he comes in, it might be loud. Okay, and we're going to lift this. That way I can kind of get a gist. Okay, that's cool. And then we're gonna do one more color. And this is the part, it's totally up to you, okay? I'm gonna do right here on parts of his face with camel. I'm not sure if I'm gonna love this, but the rest of it I'm gonna do in black. But I don't want all this black on his face, even though it's just the design. And this is kind of where you decide if this was a good move or not. This is all going to be black. That can be black. It's just kind of like his nose area that I want to do in this color. Everything else I think can be black. Okay, so let's get this done. We're going to lift this up one more time. Just lift and lay so your, paste doesn't dry in the silk screen, especially when your air's on and it's 90 degrees outside. Just press back down, and then we're gonna do the rest of this in black. And let's see how it goes. Are you guys intently watching to see how this goes? Hoping my green didn't. So basically this red and black line, I'm not really sure. I'll tell you at the end if I wish I would have done it differently, but this just might be one of those transfers where it's a one and done is better, but we're gonna find out in a minute. Okay, the rest of this should be easy cheesy. I don't see any comments. And I'm gonna kick on my, oh, I see comments. They're just not, I'm loving watching what you do. Okay, good. Good, Mary. When I'm done with this, I take this to my kitchen sink. I have like a spray nozzle on my kitchen sink and clean there. It's just a lot easier than cleaning it in my drawer. Okay, guys, you ready? Cross your fingers. Cross those fingers. Hi, Jane. Here we go. Okay, now I'm not done with the face, but we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. All right, you see that camel down the middle. I know that looks silly right now, but I'm thinking, you guys, isn't that so pretty? We're gonna set that aside for just a minute, and I'm just gonna do a little brushing on my candlesticks. Isn't this so cute? Thank you, guys. So I'm just going, not on the candle. Very light. On the candlestick with nominee. But I think in the end, we're going to love it. With just a slightly bit more color than this gave us, okay? And with the, no, that's nominee right there. gonna just do a little color with nominee around here. I added a tiny bit of water just to thin it out so I don't have to put my detail back in because you'll still see it. But I just wanted a light, like a very light, you see it? Light shading of the nominee. What do you guys think of that? Thank you, Donna. So same with this, we're just gonna add very light coat. And I'm trying not to really go on the dominant lines, but if you water down your paste, it's totally gonna be fine. We're just giving our candlesticks just a slight, oops, bit of color. Very faint. Now, if you want it to be more prominent, like lines and whatever, you can paint it in, lay your transfer back down, all the things. I am not in the mood for that tonight, for sure. Now, the only other thing I want to do is I'm going to get my skin color that I like, that I made. It's a mixture of bright white and camel. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. You like the shading? Oh, shoot. This is still wet. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my mixture of camel and white and paint Yeah, see, I wish I would have done that part also, but that's okay. And I'm just looking at his eyes, see. But definitely in here. Just kind of play with it. There's not going to be a ton that you're going to see as skin color. But I was thinking like his forehead and this whole area right here. And it's beating up because I added water to it. And I waxed it. That's why I'm getting that look. So let me just dry it and we'll paint over it again. It'll be fine. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad you guys are liking it. Hi, Jen. I just want to get his face right. So let me just paint it a little more. I don't know if this is going to do it, but I was thinking it would work. So that's like his, these are his eyebrows. So I'm just thinking like right here. You don't want to overpaint like on the black, it's going to smear, so just use a light touch. All right, do I like it? Sorry, this part I'm just, oh, I did it here too. All right, well, this is just my interpretation. You guys do this however you like. You like his face like that? With that painted in? I think it's cute. I'm happy with it. If you like it with all the black, that's just kind of like a style. So, you know, a particular look. To me, it's like a Comic-Con, not Comic-Con, but kind of a cartoon style with all the lines like on the face or whatever. A snow day? Are you actually having a snow day? That's nutty. The keyword is wish. I'm putting all this away so we can put it, let me show you how I want to style this. But I want to do one thing. Probably should use a marker for this, but I went a little too far with the red. So I just want to clean up 2 spots. Okay, here we go. Oh, good, that is gone. Crazy snow days already, and it's 90 here. Okay, I got this frame from Hobby Lobby. It's in the woodpile section. You can totally grab it. Here is what I was thinking. Oh, but this hangs. Well, you could do this up and down, or you could do it sideways. However you like. I'm thinking this way is gonna work. Okay, and I am gonna make this permanent. Now you could make this interchangeable and put magnets on the back or something. I'm gonna make it permanent, okay? So I'm gonna use wood glue. If I can get my glue to come out. I'm gonna use a mixture of wood glue and hot glue. Hang on, I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue down so that it will hold for tonight. Same for this. Wood glue. A little bit of hot glue, and of course, well, my hot glue is like at the end here. Okay, same here. You guys, how much time do you give yourself a week to craft? Tell me that in the comments. How much time, I need to move him over, can I? Too late. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that. Do I have some kind of, I can get rid of that with this. Well, for now I'm going to leave it, but after the live, I'm going to cut that little thing off there. Okay, and then I have all my words. All my, excuse me, not words. My tiny little letters that say and, to, all. You guys like it? Except I'm not going to have an I, but that's okay. It's fine. I will cut one for myself. And to all a good night. And to all a good. I could just chalk it on the bottom, but I already had these. And to all a good, I have lots of other letters though, and I don't know why. N, no I, G, H, T. Well, you know what? We're going to make an L. For some reason, I have an extra all. So we are going to make one of my L's an I by snapping that off here. Hang on. Oh, please. We can't come this far and not use it. There we go. Now we have an I. You wouldn't even know had I not said it. I don't give myself enough time. I work 2 jobs, same. Only 1 night a week. Who else? Mary says 1 night a week. How much time do you give yourself to craft? Obviously, you guys know when I craft. I want A right here. Just kind of moving these around a little bit till they're exactly where I want them. And then I'm going to do a little cheat. And show you how I'm going to lay them on here. For me, it's about an hour a day. That's probably extreme, but that's because I'm here for you guys, right? But you should give yourself at least an hour a week, I think. It's good for your soul. There we go. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just dab some wood glue on the here. It's going to dry clear, so I'm not even worried about like doing each individual little letter. I'm just going to put a dot of glue, and by the morning it will be dry and clear. So I'm not going to fuss with making every little one have glue on it. I mean, they will all have glue on it, but I'm just kind of putting them in there, except this one. And what I do, I've said this before, but I like that the wood glue, you have a little play. Like hot glue, you set it down and then you're in trouble if it's not good. I know I'm looking down, but I will see your comments in just a minute. Guys, there's about 19 October craft boxes left. If you've not ordered yours on Etsy yet, make sure you do that. And guess what? I am off next week, so woohoo! I have plenty of time to get orders out. Same day shipping, most likely. Since I will be off. You guys know I'm pretty fast at cutting and getting things out anyway. But next week, since I'm off, it will be even quicker than normal. Okay, here is the final, this end is upside down. Here is the final project. Now just ignore my glue, because like I said, it will dry clear, but right now it's not. What kind of glue? I always use, and what I've been using is Gorilla Wood Glue. This one just happens to be ultimate, but I get the Gorilla Wood Glue. It's worked well for me. All right, what do you guys think? I think it's so cute. Very farmhousey, right? When I get a Sunday to myself, I can stay in my craft room all day. Well, that's awesome, Mary. This, to me, is perfect. So I'm fine with it, but you could just take your transfer and lay it there and chalk it. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I so appreciate you all. Type the word wish, check your messages, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of your evening. I think this is so cute. All right, guys. Have a great, great night. Bye, everybody.